Hi everybody, welcome to this week's question and answer video. I'm answering you guys' questions from the last Q&A video, last Monday. I've been doing this every Monday for many years. This might be the last one for a while. I only got 4 questions from 3 people. Only 3 of you asked a question. It's my worst videos. If anything, they're worse than when I started. I get less than 10% of you will like the video. Less than 10% of you are subscribed. So I just let you guys decide with these. If I get 3 questions and not very many likes and stuff, there's no point. The 3 of you are more than welcome to ask me questions on any video and I'll answer them. So there's no use to do this. If you guys do like it and want it, you have to support it. You can't just not do anything and expect it to keep continuing. I don't mind doing it for free. It's just, it's hurting my channel. Literally. It's so bad, it's hurting the channel. I can't let that happen. I need support. It's the only thing that keeps us going. Just hit a button. That's it. Just one button. But anyway, let's get going. I might see if there's a bunch of questions. Maybe I'll do it in 2 weeks or a month if that's what it takes. Or regardless of what I decide to do with these or what you guys decide to do about the Q&As, I'll try again when I go live. I've finished my new set. And I'm just waiting on some equipment that I need. It's very expensive. But once I get that, I'm going to go live very soon. And I will try the Q&As live. I don't think they'll be any better. I think they'll be worse. Usually that's how live videos go. They're usually worse. So I don't know if these will continue. It's up to you, not me. So we'll just wait and see. But let's see. First question. And if you guys could, please consider signing a petition that I started, Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. It's at change.org/stopbullies. The link is down below in the comment section, in the description box. Everyone in the world, just touch it and support it. You don't have to do anything else. It's to help all the children that are taking their lives. Number 1 cause is bullying, online bullying. Number 1 cause for children and teenagers and 20-year-olds to take their life. It happens to me horrifically. It happens to many of you guys. And if you want it to stop, if you want people to stop harassing and bullying people that you love, that you care about, children, things like this, or you, please sign it. Thanks. And tell us your locations. Let us know where you are, please. Thank you. Okay, let's see. What's going on? Oh. Okay. First question. It's from John in Brazil. Hello, John. Why do people with cluster B personality disorder suddenly become distant, cold, and avoidant? I was kind of shocked when I met my borderline ex. I sensed something was off with her, as if something was missing. She didn't strike me as a complete person. On social media, we hit it off really well, of course. Social media, emails, texting. But in person, she was cold, sometimes unresponsive, and walked quickly as if trying to leave me behind. When it came time to get to know each other, she didn't contribute much to the conversation. When she did, it was about her toxic exes and her traumas, which I found really boring. But then, a few days later, she was back to being nice to me as if nothing had happened before. My biggest frustration with her is not being able to forge a genuine emotional connection. That's wonderful that you were able to identify that, John, which I need very much in order to feel secure in a relationship. Why do they act like that? Most of us need emotional connection. Not all of us. Some of us need it. Some of us don't. Some of us want it or have had it. And some of us never have. So, she's unstable. Yeah. Hot, cold, the extremes are they're extreme. It's not just, normal ups and downs in daily life. She changes a lot, different. Not a whole person, doesn't have much to add, contribute to a conversation, not much personality, and some major character flaws. So people are unstable, and they'll show it in the biggest areas of her life, the more unstable they are in relationships, and they'll stop and start suddenly. I would imagine the person that she's talking about, her ex, wasn't that long ago, I bet, John. They tend to not want to be alone, and they'll go right from that ex to you in one day, same day. They won't even break up with them until they have you, and then they'll rub it in their face or something. But your question is why? And it's about their childhood. So they didn't have stable parents. They didn't have a stable family. They didn't have a stable life, stable childhood. They didn't have parents that were stable, that were consistently there for them all the time, reassuring them, loving them, connecting with them, having healthy attachments and bonds. and giving them everything that they need unconditionally no matter what. Did not have that at all. Instead, they had one or two parents, caretakers, that weren't there for them, that didn't console them, that didn't reassure them, didn't make them feel secure, didn't care how they felt, didn't talk to them. So someone that never taught to reassure themselves don't know how. She can't make herself feel better. She can't regulate her emotions. She's got one emotion opens up, another one, and she never processes them. So her body's doing all kinds of things all at once. Very unstable. And this instability causes impulsivity. I don't like you today, John. I want to break up with you, John. Tomorrow, I love you, John. You're great. You're amazing. So the biggest point, what you're pointing out, is this emotional avoidance is not being emotionally close with anyone, ever. If you raise a child in an institution where they just have people come in and just all they get is their physical needs, not emotional needs, right? They have 3 shifts a day of different people and nurses and whatever it is, and they make sure they get fed and clothed and bathed and put to bed. That's it. No emotional, nothing. And so if they're not emotionally close to people growing up, they don't want to be in adulthood. They seek out attachments like all of us. We all do. We all seek out attachments. But avoidant people, as they get close, will push you away. Not very conscious of this, they may be. She may not be totally aware of this. She may blame things. She may blame you, other people. So it's people that can't get close. It's people that can't talk about their emotions, responsibilities of the relationship. It bothers them. It annoys them. They get away from me. It's almost like you're clingy, but you're not doing anything that's clingy, right? It's just simple. Can we talk about how you feel and how I feel, that I love you? You know, what makes you feel better? Things like this. These are emotional connections where we know who people are really well. We want to know this. But people that don't emotionally connect with others don't really take the time to get to know who you are. And if they don't emotionally connect with you, they don't really know what makes you feel good or bad. That's a part of emotional connection. But it all came in childhood, John. It was her childhood. Her childhood was so unstable with unstable people, never felt secure, never was loved, never touched much. And so as they get close to people, it's too uncomfortable. I don't like it. I'm not used to this. It's also feelings of insecurity and vulnerabilities. To love someone, to have an emotional connection with somebody, to have healthy bonds and attachment, healthy relationships, we must be vulnerable. And it sounds like she can't be vulnerable. And when she gets close to you, probably feels too vulnerable and does things that are controlling. Not talk to you for a while, hang up the phone, not respond, not answer you, not tell you things on purpose, lie to you, keep secrets from you. All these things that inhibit, that will not allow an emotional connection, deep one of any kind. Does that answer your question, John? Not ever close to anyone. No parents touching them. I love you. None of that. Imagine that. Imagine never being touched. You may not want to be. You may be very uncomfortable when someone finally touches you in your 30s. And that's true, even with just touching. A lot of people who have never touched growing up, they don't really want, massages and pedicures and manicures and people touching them all the time. It's sad. It's sad, and it's with someone with the condition she might be in or have, it's pretty damning. But it's great that you were able to identify that, John. That's good. It helped your self-awareness. It helped you know exactly one thing you definitely need. Not just security, connection is another one. Security and connection. You need both of those. Rose from the United Kingdom. Hello, Rose. Why is it I still question everything I didn't do or something I shouldn't have done? I know I've witnessed hundreds of times things are fine. Then literally from joking with you, he's saying that it's not equal and I'm not working. He's paying for my daughter's wedding dress. Wondered when that was going to come back to me. Then says I think you're saying he's only here out of duress. I question myself, even though I'm saying to myself, I'm not perfect, but I've seen this before. Why do I have inner talk with myself? Well, inner talk with yourself is good, Rose. I think you mean why is it this inner talk? Why am I doing better? Why could I have done better? And that's self-doubt. Self-doubt's the number one symptom of your abusive, neglected marriage, Rose. And remember, he's not going to change, and so this will continue forever. He's unstable, so it's great one day, and then it's not the next day. He's not very agreeable, so he says, okay, fine, or doesn't say anything one day, and then he's upset and brings it up later. Passive aggressiveness. All these things means that your relationship is dysfunctional, which causes you massive stress. And this kind of stress makes all kinds of things happen. One of them is self-doubt. Besides that, he might be gaslighting you and telling you things that you're your fault and you're not doing enough and equal this and equal that. He doesn't care what you do, Rose. He's not appreciative of you, Rose. He doesn't love you, Rose. He doesn't want you in his life. He needs it. It's codependency. That's the only thing keeping him near you, with you, is that he hates himself so much and he's not feeling self-reliant enough to be alone, to take care of himself. So you do a lot for him and he doesn't care. He's entitled, he's grandiose, and he believes he's worthy of it and deserving of it no matter who it is or no matter what he does. You just have to accept it, Rose, and stop accepting it in your life, I hope. But just accept him for who he is. Your question, well, what was your question? Why I still question everything? Because he doesn't acknowledge, confirm, validate anything. And he tells you things that aren't true, Rose. He says things are your fault and it's not. Here's reality, okay? Here's you and him agreeing on reality. But then he says, whoa, Rose, you do this and you do that and this and you're bad and this and now you're off reality because it's starting to sink in. Nobody's impervious to this. Nobody's strong enough to live with it, Rose. It's killing you and it's just going to kill you. If you believe you're worthy of more and better, reach out for some help. Get away from him. Thanks, Rose. And I'm sorry. Rel Rodriguez, Healing Family from California. Hello. Thanks to Carly for the donation. God bless you. I had another dream, David, which I think it might be another closure dream. I was walking to my mailbox and I ran in. So this is your dream. You're walking to your mailbox. You ran into your ex-fiance with his new girlfriend at your mailbox with a key in his hand trying to get your mail, my mail, his mail. You said to your ex, what are you doing here? You no longer live here with me. You're not in my life anymore. You're long gone and you're now in my past. Give me the key to my mailbox and leave with your new girlfriend. That is what my dream was. Can you believe it? How are you feeling? That's what matters. Doesn't matter what they did or you did. How did you feel about it? Is this another closure dream? Please give me your thoughts and your thoughts on my dream. Ever since my EMDR, I've had 2 closure dreams and they did not affect my day like his dreams would affect me. Loss, grief, or getting closer to acceptance, you have accepted this. You've accepted that it's over, that it didn't work out, that he is who he is. And that's it. It's beautiful. It's great. These closure dreams, never heard of 2, but that's awesome. You're still processing everything. And what's important is how you felt. And when I talk about closure dreams, it's the dream may be different or it could be exactly the same. It's how we felt. So it could be a dream. I'll share my own experience. I had a dream for years. It took me for years to heal because I couldn't find the help that I needed. I couldn't find someone like me or videos or stuff. So I had a dream, a repetitive dream of my ex taking everyone from my life away from me and they all walking away and me just sitting there watching them all leave. Massive loss. And I felt awful. Until a few years, and it was getting more spread out, but finally I had one. Same thing started happening. She was here. Everyone I knew was talking to her. It was almost like they were gonna walk away, but I did. But it's because how I felt. I didn't care anymore. I was like, bleh, and just turned and walked away. And that was the last time I ever dreamed. And I felt better. I didn't feel so bad. I felt good. I felt healed. I felt like I'm done grieving, acceptance, a little empowering. Yeah, and I know that I can tell you feel a lot, very empowered by this. Taking some power back from the person who took it from you. And we don't have to have that person right in front of us to do that. It's kind of all in here, isn't it? That's great. It's wonderful. Yeah, again, you fully accepted what's happening. You are grieving and may be done. It'd be interesting to see if you ever have another dream about him. And you might, and I bet, and it might not be for a while now. And I bet it's going to be completely different context and you won't have those bad feelings maybe. It'll be just something weird, random. But thanks for sharing that with us. I think these give people encouragement that, dreams, nightmares sometimes are the last lingering symptoms, and we wonder if they're ever going to stop. And yeah, I bet they will. Usually they do. As we heal. Vivain Vest Paraguay Vivain V from South America. Hello. The German word is Schadenfreude, to get pleasure out of someone's misery. Yes, it is. You said a very important thing. Be true to yourself. Say what you want, like, and need. I would add, do not lie. Not to yourself and not to others. When I got myself back, it wasn't even the person I knew before. I grieved who I was before. But holy shit, woman, who I am now. Their trust is an honor to me. I know both genders suffer, but I would love to hear your thoughts about differences in the dynamics of male and female victims. Helping both for many years, both of them. I can tell you some things, but why don't you give me more specific, can you? So helping male and female victims, adults, or I would say if there's differences, some of the differences are women more emotional, more able to process emotions, things like this, where men tend to keep it inside more. Men come with me with logical problems, and women come to me with emotional problems more. So the confusion, the doubt more. It seems that women rely and use the support systems they have more than men. Again, not sharing, men not sharing how they feel as much. Men are more embarrassed, guilty, more embarrassed and ashamed of their experiences. Our culture, right, says it's okay more for a woman to be victimized than a man. These kinds of things. A lot of cultural differences and emotional. We all think logically and emotions on the peripheral, but when things are traumatic and serious and stuff like this, it becomes very emotional. And I can see this in women more. Women have more affect and show their emotions more. Need to help process with their emotions more. Men can accept things easier. It tends to be accept and move on. Men take more responsibility, I think, that I've seen. I don't see women feeling guilty and bad for leaving a man who's hopeless as much as I see a man feeling so guilty and bad for leaving a woman who's kind of helpless, can't take care of herself. Those are some of the major differences I see. If there's something specific you'd like to know, please ask me, okay? Thanks. And if, for what it's worth, everyone can heal. Man or woman, doesn't matter. Everybody can heal from this stuff. Rose again for the United Kingdom. I think we're almost done here. It's going to be a short one. Do you think narcissists, BPD, play mind games? Everyone on these videos say it's them manipulating or gaining control. Or is it just them going through their emotional ups and downs and keeping the anger under control until they can't? We are just bystanders who react in the normal way and overthink something that really has nothing to do with us. It's just them with the disorder they have and no great plan at all. Well, it's kind of all that, Rose. You said, is it them trying to gain control? And you said, or them not in control of themselves. Well, that's the same thing. I control you because I can't control myself. I have things I can't manage and stuff about my life. I may not even accept it at all and project it onto you, or I may try to be controlling to you instead of trying to control and manage my life. I'll leave that up to you. But I'll control and manage yours. It's easier. Just do this. Just do that. Do they play mind games, Rose? Yes. They gaslight, they lie, they manipulate, and they bait to control you emotionally by accusing and playing the victim and So yes, and they are manipulative and trying to gain control, and it's because they are not in control of themselves. Whether it's anger, I can't keep my anger under control, so I lash out, scream at you and stuff. Um, and it really doesn't matter who it is around them. They can't have these people are dysfunctional in relationships, so it doesn't matter who the other person is. And I hear that a lot. Are they happier with the other person? Well, how in the fuck? How do they be so toxic and sick and then just hang out with somebody and now they're great. Anxiety, no more depression, yeah, no more fear of abandonment. I don't feel empty inside, totally complete. I mean, no, not that makes it worse. Makes it worse. So, or is it just them with the disorder they have and no great plan? It's also just them with the disorder they have. Doesn't matter what you do, Rose. Your husband just has a disorder and he's not really good at planning. Remember, unstable makes impulsivity. That's why they don't plan very well. Or they say, I want to do this and do that. They don't do anything about it. Or the planning's more fantasy. It's unrealistic that you're going to be famous and rich. And thanks, Rose. Hope you understand. Let me know. Thank you for your coaching, David Amars. It has been encouraging, enriching, and enlightening. Thanks, Dan, for telling me. Hope you're doing great. That's it, guys. It's a short one. How long is it? 21 minutes? I thought it was going to be like 10. Again, these are up to you. If you want them to continue, then we got to watch them. We got to ask questions. We got to like them, and we got to share them and stuff like this. And if they don't, then I'll stop doing them. And then maybe if they do better, maybe if this one, since this is the last one now, if there's a ton of questions, next week I'll do it again. It's just like that, you know. I've been doing this for 9 years. I've missed like a couple of Mondays. I'm dedicated. I'm committed. Are you? Thanks, guys. Please ask questions. Please support the petition. Please love yourself first. Subscribe to the channel and like it. Thanks. Bye.